Good evening. My name is Nelson Mesa, and I'm a Hofstra University student. And tonight, I'd like to discuss with you an event that took place last year where I was faced with an issue that involved an ethics-related concern. Last year, I worked for a healthcare organization that asked me to coordinate a fire safety training event for medical center employees. I organized the event and scheduled around 80 employees to attend this fire safety training event. The purpose of the event was to allow employees to learn how to use fire extinguishers. Once we were on site, there were several exercises that the employees were asked to participate on. And one of these training exercises was to allow the employees to go into a burning building assisted by the fire department to rescue a person from the burning building. The 80 employees that went were divided into groups of 12, and the groups formed themselves voluntarily, and one of the groups went inside the burning building, and the majority of the individuals that went inside the burning building were women, and only 3 or 4 of them were men. One of which was a consultant or a contractor that I did not invite to the event. After the exercise was over, I was approached by one of the hospital employees whom I knew, and the employee told me that while she was inside of the burning building, the contractor had inadvertently grabbed her in a private area. The employee told me that although she was concerned, she thought that the gentleman or the contractor who had grabbed her inside of the building did so out of panic, because when the doors were closed, the gentleman panicked and threw himself on the floor, and on the way down, he ended up grabbing her breasts. I asked the employee if I could, I just retract that statement. I'm sorry, I told the employee that I wanted to report the event to hospital administration, and the employee asked me to not report this event, that she, although she felt uncomfortable with what had taken place, she did not want this to be reported. I felt very strongly about this issue and wanted to report it, and I explained to her that it was my responsibility as the event coordinator to ensure the safety of all individuals that were attending this event, including something that involved sexual harassment. The employee strictly asked me not to report this event, and that she just wanted to inform me because she was somewhat concerned, but not to the point where she wanted for that to be reported. I was dealing with this concern, and I really did not know how to respond. I felt I had the moral and ethical responsibility to report this to hospital administration, specifically since someone had been violated during this event. I did not know how I was going to react at this point in terms of informing hospital administration, since the employee had strictly asked me not to inform anyone else. So I thought about it on the way back to work, and I did not report this to hospital administration immediately when I got back to work. The next day, I called the employee again and asked her if I could report this to hospital administration, because I felt extremely uncomfortable knowing that someone had been touched inappropriately during an event that I coordinated. And the employee again asked me not to report this, and that I should consider this a closed matter. So it's now roughly a year after this event has taken place, and I never reported this incident to hospital administration. However, the employee did share this with her colleagues, and I while I worked at the organization, I felt weary speaking to the employee and her colleagues, knowing that they knew that the employee had been touched inappropriately and that I had not reported this to hospital administration. I am not sure whether you or anyone would have reacted differently. However, I am very interested in knowing if others would have reacted differently. And this is one of the reasons why I'm recording this in tonight's podcast. And I hope to hear your response. Thank you very much.